This is a 350 watt BA-fun or 8-fun mid-drive system. And it's kind of a kit that you can install on most different kind of bikes. And what we've got here is a surly big dummy, like a cargo bike. And I've got to say, it works really, really well. Again, 8-fun. It's kind of the same as BA-fun, Chinese company. They've been making, hub motors for a long time, and this is one of the first mid-drive systems that they've made available, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like a middle-of-the-line system, right? You can get like lower end mid-drives from like Evelo and iGo, but it's not very fast. It doesn't have that same speed, and it doesn't feel very fluid. And then you can get really high-end systems from like Bosch and Panasonic, and they're great, and they actually sense like cadence and torque and speed. This is just cadence, so as long as you're moving those cranks forward, it senses that and it starts to add power. But there are really a lot of different settings that you can configure. You like hold down the plus and minus here, and you get into the different menus. You can change the number of assist levels, so it doesn't change the top power that you're getting. It just sort of basically divides the different levels into more, and so it's more fluid, like if you want a more refined step up. I've got it set up for like 4 levels of assist right now. One of my complaints is if you go down to level 0, you can't use the throttle. There's no throttle only mode. You basically have to be in an assist level, and then the throttle's sort of limited by that level of assist. It works well enough, and the assist is relatively smooth. It'd be nice if they had a throttle mode. I like the display. It's not like especially easy to remove. It's sort of screwed on, but you can sort of tilt it forward and back to reduce glare to your eyes. This little breakout switch thing is pretty cool. It looks pretty watertight. Power button, plus and minus to change the different levels of assist. And of course the throttle. You don't need the throttle, but I kind of like it because one of the things this kit does not do is sense when you're shifting gears. And so if you're in pedal assist mode and you're pedaling, which, when you change gears, you pedal lightly and you use the triggers or twist shifter, and right in the rear, your derailleur moves, right? And when that happens, it's good to have some motion, but you don't want to be pulling too hard. And because the motor isn't smart enough to know that you're changing gears, it might be pulling hard, and then that's going to just cause like kunk, kunk, kunk. You're going to kind of mash the gears. That's one of the big drawbacks, and one way to sort of deal with that is to take this down to 0 when you switch gears, or to just make sure you aren't climbing any hills, and I don't know, basically you just want to like reduce the amount of force that's going into your drive system when you change gears. Anyway, 350 watt system here. They also have one that's 750 watt, and it just gives you more power. But this one's not bad for climbing hills and stuff. 350 watts is how powerful the Bosch system is, and I've had really good luck like climbing with mountain bikes and stuff. The great thing is you're taking advantage of the drive system on your bike. So you can go to a low gear for climbing hills, and the motor basically takes advantage of it, uses that mechanical advantage to help you climb. You go to a high gear, same thing, it's going to get you going faster. So the mid-drives make a lot of sense, and not just from a drive system perspective, but also from a weight distribution perspective. You've got the motor right there at the bottom bracket, low and center. And in this case, it's sort of a generic battery pack, lithium-ion, mounted there. Again, could have been the down tube, but they freed that up for water bottles. By the way, this was built out by Long Island Electric Bikes. They've been experimenting with these, and they can import them for you. So if you're interested in the 8-fun mid-drive kits, you can give them a call, and they can help you get batteries and get set up. And it's been really fun testing out the different bikes and just seeing how versatile it is. They've got the 750 watt kit set up on like a little recumbent bike, like a KMX trike, and they've got another sort of like another Surly with a 750 watt. So I've been kicking them around today, and I'm fairly impressed with the 350. It's a little bit less expensive. It's like $600 range for the motor, and with the battery and everything, maybe you're looking at like $1,300, battery, motor, everything included. The way that it comes is the motor, the bottom bracket piece, the front chainring, and the crank arms. So that's all like one assembly. And then you've got, your wires and the breakout systems here. So it's not bad. you don't have to be pedaling for this to work. So if I'm like throttling it, the chainring spins and your cranks just say stationary, which is pretty cool. I should say, you know, if you're looking at adding this to your bike, it will work with like 68 to 73 width on your bottom bracket, right? But if you have like a fat tire bike that has like 100, that's too wide. And so keep that in mind. Just, you know, standard bikes, it should work, and there's a little bit of flexibility there for the size. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on this thing and just give you some idea of what it sounds like to operate. So I'm just gonna pedal and not use the system at first, so you can see how it works in there. Just like a normal bottom bracket. Cranks work fine. Now if I change the assist level, arrow up a little bit, I've stopped pedaling. Now I'm going to use the throttle. Okay. Really smooth and quiet. You know, it's a pretty sweet system. And it's neat that it offers, you know, pedal assist, because that's gonna encourage you to pedal a little more, and it's gonna get you better range. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Not too difficult to hit that 20 mile per hour sort of legal limit. These do go a little bit faster. You can kind of change the wheel size in the computer, and you can you know, change the assist levels a little bit. So I've been able to hit like 25. Be careful if you're riding out there at those higher speeds. One of the other things that the kit comes with is brake levers that actually cut off power to the motor. So, you know, if you activate that brake lever and you're still pedaling, the motor won't keep activating. It's kind of neat. They aren't set up on this bike. This is just sort of thrown together as a demo. But that's another sort of a neat accessory that they include. You can see there's a little bit of a delay there. You know, I stop pedaling and the motor keeps going for a few seconds and then it cuts out. So, you know, it's not quite as responsive as Bosch, but it's quiet, pretty affordable, and you know, there really aren't any other mid-drive like cargo bikes that I'm aware of. I've seen like Bionics kits, Falco kits on these, but to see a mid-drive and to be able to leverage the gears this way, and I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a neat system. So yeah, that's the 350 watt mid-drive Bafang electric bike kit. So for more on this, the full written review with pictures and stuff, I'll see you back at ElectricBikeReview.com.